All right, just to review what you did yesterday and make sure that you now have it down. Number one, a telephone company claims that 25% of its customers have at least 2 telephone lines. The company selects a random sample of 500 customers and finds that 112 have 2 or more telephone lines. At alpha equals 0.05, does the data support the claim? Write the null and the alternative hypothesis. So here it says the company claims that 25% of its customers. The at least, everybody wants to use that, but that at least 2, that's what the question they asked. Okay, they asked its customers, do you have at least 2 telephone lines? So P is equal to 0.25 is what they're claiming. So that means that's HO because it has the equal sign in it. And then your HA, it says the company selects a random sample of 500 customers and finds that 112 have 2 or more lines. At alpha equals 0.05, does the data support the claim? Write the null and alternative. Okay, realize here, there is no other direction with it, so this is going to be P is not equal to 0.25. Okay, then number 2 says a garden hose manufacturer advertises the mean flow rate of a certain type of hose is 16 gallons per minute. So is equal to, so mu equals 16. So again, that's HO because it has the equal sign. Here it says the customer believes that the flow rate is lower, so that gives me a direction. That means I'm going to write that the mean is less than 16. Number 3, a state claims that the mean tuition of its universities is no more than. So no more than is, if you say you have no more than $5, it means you have $5 or less. So that's going to be less than or equal to. So your mean is less than or equal to 25,000. And since that has the equal to on it, it's going to be HO. Then HA is going to be the mean is greater than 25,000. Opposite sign without an equal sign. Okay, then number 4 says a fast food outlet claims that the mean waiting time is less than 1.9 minutes. A random sample of 20 customers has a mean of 1.7 minutes with a standard deviation of 0.8. Test the fast food outlet's claim using the p-value. So in this case, your HO, I'm not sure which one, hold on. Fast food outlet claims that the mean waiting time is less than 1.9. So the mean is less than 1.9. So that means, Bella! Sorry about that, guys. Excuse that little yelling at my dog. She was taking my porcelain teddy bears off of my shelf, which just rearranged my room, so she has never tried that before. Okay, so we said that the mean waiting time in line is less than 1.9, so we got mu is less than 1.9. So that, because it doesn't have the equal sign, is HA. And then your HO, you got to flip that sign, so it's mu is greater than, and add the equal, because I wrote an A. HO is always going to have the equal sign on it. Okay, last one of these. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics estimates that 69.7% of high school graduates enroll in a college. So that would be P equals, move your decimal, so it's 0.697. Enroll in a college or university. Bernard has great pride in the quality of his large high school. He thinks the proportion of college-bound students is greater for last year's class. So he's saying that P is greater than 0.697, which means O is HA is greater than. Please ignore the noises in the background. I don't want to retape the whole thing just because she almost fell over the dog. Okay, so the next one, now we're interpreting the results. A random sample of 100 medical school applicants at a university has a mean total score of 502 on the MCAT, with a standard deviation of 10.6. According to a report, the mean total score for school's applicants is more than 499. The null and alternative hypotheses are mu is less than or equal to 499, mu is greater than 499. If the p-value is 0.0028, is there enough evidence to support the report's claim at alpha equals 0.01? So remember, we're comparing the p-value, which is 0.0028, to the alpha level, which is 0.01. So since that 0.0028 is less than alpha, that means there is enough evidence to support the report's claim. Just make sure you put the context in after that. So the report's claim that the schools applicants mean scores are, no, is more than 499. And that should say mean score, not scores. In this case, okay, number 7. A manufacturer of sprinkler systems designed for fire protection claims that the average activating temperature is at least 135. So, just to review this, at least would be greater than or equal to, which is why HO is greater than or equal to. Test this claim, you randomly select a sample of 32 systems and find the mean activation temperature to be 133 degrees with a standard deviation of 3.3. There's your null and alternative hypothesis. If the p-value is equal to 0.00868 and you're comparing it to alpha of 0.10, which definitely is smaller, then there is enough evidence to reject the claim that the average activating temperature is at least 135 degrees. Okay, last one, number 8. A sports statistician claims that the mean winning times for a Boston Marathon women's open division champion is at least 2.68. That's why the greater than or equal to, because that's what at least is. The mean, for HO that is. The mean winning time of a sample of 30 randomly selected Boston Marathon women's open division champions is 2.60 hours with a standard deviation of 0.32 hours. The null and alternative hypotheses are right there. If the p-value, which is what we're comparing for the deciding to make the conclusion, is there enough evidence to reject the manufacturer's claim at alpha equals 0.05? So alpha is 0.05. So 0.0907 is definitely greater than 0.05. So when it's greater than, there is not enough evidence to reject. And it doesn't matter, it's even if they were saying to support, you can't reject, you can't support, you can't do anything. There's not enough evidence to reject the manufacturer's claim that the mean winning times yes, I can spell winning. The mean winning times or time is at least 2.68 hours. And I got that from right up here in our very first sentence. The statistician claims, and then it's the mean winning times is at least 2.68 hours. You can write everything from mean winning times for Boston Marathon Women's Open Division Champions is at least 2.68 hours. I'm not going to require you to do that much, however. I hope these answers help. Let me know if you have any questions.